Hold on 1 second, Miss Shonda. Let's give her a hand. You got those juices going in our head. Come on here. I want you to just talk to us real quick because, and what I'm gonna do, if I ask you a question, I'm gonna pass the mic right back to you, okay? Because this is huge. Now, I want to share this with you. Fresh Word Ministries, listen, we love the Lord, we love Jesus. But we want to be able to take this message to people who may be non-believers. So this isn't about, this is just for folks in church. If you're watching on YouTube or on DVD or at home, listen, I don't care what you believe in. I'm going to recommend Jesus. That's my first call. Second to that, I got to call men to do better. So if anything pertaining to anything that we do, this is for everybody. Now, when we say belief system, now are you just saying you got to believe in God? Is it, or are you saying whatever you're believing in? Break that down for us real quick.
Thank you, Nishan. That's a really good question. When I say belief system, it's not just believing in God. Because as I said in one of these circles here, you can put religion right here. Okay? So it's broader than that. I believe that your belief system is anything that has impacted your life. Anything, or any person who has impacted your life can help transform your belief system. You have people who don't believe in God. And then when you introduce this religious piece to them and they see the power that is in God, the things that God has done for you, then that can change your belief about what you used to think.
Perfect. Now, once again, in that conclusion stage, now I see for you, like you said, that family takes up a big piece of that circle. Now, in a lot of us, the Bible talks about Abraham. In order for God to bless Abraham, at that time his name was Abram. When he called him out of that land, he said, listen, I need you to come out from your family. Now, me personally, I feel like that's the reason why some of us are messed up. Because we've been hanging around our family too long. Now talk to us. Now, is it possible for the family piece to be minimized and maybe we can help us out on that?
Absolutely. None of these circles are definite, okay? As I mentioned earlier, any of these circles can move in farther or move out, away, okay? The reason I have family here so big is because initially when I developed this model, I was thinking about what are your initial influences on your life from infancy up until adulthood, right? Your parents are the ones that you're around. Your parents are the ones who are teaching you. Your peers, you're hanging with people in school, you're hanging with people out in the streets. Those are the people that's influencing who you are. So if, like Nishan said, let's take this example. If family is that bad influence, maybe you want to draw back a little bit, okay? If your peers are your bad influence, draw back a little bit. Whatever's making your life better, whatever's making you better, that is where you want to increase.
And I love this because you have terms for stuff that I use that I may use in the pulpit or in teaching that I may not have that right word and I might just make it up because I can make stuff up. And I just want to make sure that people get this because remember I was saying about alone and lonely. Now let me know if I'm wrong because schizophrenic, I looked it up and it's basically a compound word and it's Greek translation for schizen and friend. Schizen meaning split, friend meaning mind, split mind. And what messed me up is that it says to be schizophrenic, it means to have an illusion based on what you heard from yourself.
Self-talk.
So help, because I believe that the reason why a lot of people are not walking into their purpose, into their vision, is not that they're dream killers, but I do believe that somehow, I think we might have, how does this thing work in reverse? Why are people so hard on themselves? Why do people keep telling themselves that they can't do it? Not because we're telling them they can't do it, but can you tell us what happens to where it becomes disbelief instead of belief?
Absolutely.
Very good question. I actually had a student ask me that a few nights ago. So I'll tell you all exactly what I told my student. This is the answer is very big, but I'll keep it simple. The reason people don't believe in themselves is most of the time is because of their environment. It's because of they were not, if I can say this in a very spiritual way, they were not fed properly, okay? They didn't have that parent, they didn't have that church to believe in them. People who are usually successful are people who have someone to believe in them. It could have been a friend, it could have been a person on the street, someone to encourage them. People, if they can't see outside of the box, how can you go outside of the box? If this is, I'm standing here, if this is all that I can see, I put myself into a boundary. I set a boundary around myself. So if I can't see outside of that box, then I don't know what else is out there. That's why having more influences is better than having none. Because if I have more influences, whether they're good or bad, I can make a decision based on my critical thinking skills that I've developed, hopefully really good critical thinking skills over time, to make a better decision if I want to continue to interact with that influence or not interact with it. If you think about it, you go to our communities here in Jacksonville, because a lot of the cases that I work with, the kids, I get to them through DJJ, Department of Juvenile Justice, okay? So these kids, they've gotten in some kind of trouble. I go out to their homes, work in a very non-traditional setting, and when I go out there, sometimes it's very saddening, but I tell them about things that they can do in life, and these kids, they don't have hopes, goals, and dreams. And that's what it comes down to, Nashawn. The reason a person has disbeliefs is because they don't have hopes, goals, and dreams. They don't have it because the influences that has impacted their life has not been strong enough to show them that, hey, this is what's out here. This is what's out here. Here are your options. This is what you can do. Hopefully that answered your question.
Yes, it did. And let's give Missy Shonda James one more hand.